Hi viewers, once again welcome to Koforidua Today. This is the 5th edition of Koforidua Today. Last week we brought you the Koforidua Today based on the radio stations and the media, how the COVID is creating havoc. So today we're talking to our various bloggers in the Eastern region who are also part of the media of the Eastern region because they also carry information, they disseminate information to people. So it's just best we also bring them on board so that we can get their views on various variant issues in the Eastern region regarding to the COVID-19. So once again, I'm your host, AJ Wills, CEO of AJ Wills Media, and the program is sponsored by Profile Food Tom Brown and Split So Below with our able RNM photos as our media guys, and it's powered by AJ Wills Media. So I would like to first of all introduce my guests to you so that we all get to know who we have on board. First of all, I'll introduce my brother here. He's called DJ Chris. He will tell you more about himself. Then I have Gizo of the Gizo Showbiz and I have Asiome of Asiome Rights. So I'll let them introduce themselves, then we can carry on from there. So my boss, over to you.
Okay, so basically I'm Quix, DJ Quix, and then I do radio, I do photography, I do music, a little bit of blogging, and that's there. So we do everything. So,
all right, my boss.
My name is Mensa Michael, calling as Gizo GH of Gizo Showbiz. Gizo Showbiz Multimedia. So it's a different one. One for multimedia and one for the blogging side. So,
okay.
Basically, I'm a blogger.
Okay.
Publicists,
and so on. When you phone and so on,
etc. etc.
All right, my boss.
I'm Asiome. I run a blog called Asiome Rights, passionate about entertainment and
Some people are hiding their portfolios, but we'll get there. So as you heard, we have DJ Chris, who is also a media personnel, blogger into photography and stuff. We have Gizo of Gizo Multimedia and Gizo.com, right? Gizo Showbiz and Gizo Multimedia. Then we have Asiome of Asiome Rights. So, guys, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. So, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for honoring our invitation to join Koforidua Today. I think since we started, this is the first time I've had you all in one place to talk about varying issues. So once again, welcome. Alright, so with Koforidua Today, we're just going to tap on various issues affecting the Eastern region. The name says Koforidua Today, but we say we are covering the Eastern region. It's not about Koforidua. Yeah, so we are going further. So each episode and where we go, each topic and where we will be located. So first of all, I'll ask the general question. Then we'll come back to the main topic. How is blogging in the Eastern region? So I don't know who's starting for us. Oh no, let me go to Gizo. Gizo, tell us how blogging is in the Eastern region.
I think, thank once again for having us to talk about this issue about COVID and also where to be.
Yes,
blogging, I think we are going into the Eastern region. I think let me acknowledge my senior colleague, Asiome I think that me paved the way for blogging in Eastern region. I think he did this. That's why he started blogging. I think 3 years before. No, 1 year before me. He started. So Chris can. That's why we were writing for him. So I think that it was a passion. After being writing for me and have the experience, I realized that I can go into the business. I think now it's a business.
Yes, now blogging
is a business. So it's going to match. There's a little challenges in terms of most of these own blogs in Accra or other regions have. I think we are lacking resources. Should I put it that way? The ones that in my head, like other colleagues too. They do work. So it's not our permanent job. So the challenges we are facing and how the blogging is going, I think the blogging we are in a way. It's not much fetching as we want. Yeah, so I think it's going. In the near future, we have the future is bright. So I think we are going much as the other colleagues are doing well as blogging. So I think it will come.
Alright, so we'll tackle the challenges and other things as we go on. So then we'll come back to that question about resources and challenges. So my brother, I see you. Tell us more about how blogging is in the Eastern region so far.
I think blogging in the East has evolved. The face of blogging as it were 3 years ago when I ventured into it evolved. Izo said it started with me. Actually, he didn't start.
Okay.
To speak to me, he learned it from one time analytics. Okay. Time I used to do blogging, so Kumi had to learn from time. Talking about 7, 8 years ago.
Okay.
So if you look at the terrain then and the number of people who were interested in the blogging profession were limited. As of today, we have a lot of it has become a place where it's providing employment for a lot of people. So that has been the face of it. It has. Maybe if I want to talk more, I'll start talking about the challenges and the things.
We'll go there. Yeah.
Blogging on the whole is growing. The face of it is growing. The interest is growing. And I think that people are beginning to understand the dynamics of blogging and what they should expect out of it.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you so much. DJ Chris, your turn.
Well, thank you so much once again. Well, the thing is, you see, like they are rightly saying, everything that starts as a challenge. And as we compare blogging in Eastern region to that of about 7 years ago when Timer started, Kumi, and then we had other boys. As I started with Kumi, we got away, then we started doing other things in addition to it. But as Yomi said, it's growing. It has moved from that of 0 to I think it's getting to there. But as compared to other regions, myself, I would say we are almost there. That's how I see it. We are almost there. Now, eventually, everybody, now, if you're asking people what kind of occupations they would want to do someday, now you can get maybe some of the kids who want to go into blogging. So it means that when it started, like, okay, there's no money. Now it has become an avenue where people are making so much money. So I think as time goes on, we get there. That's what I do.
Alright, so as time goes on, we'll get there. Alright, the venue is Safeguard Hotel in Koforidua, if you care to know, and they are our sponsors, and they are part of the sponsors for Koforidua Today. So, Safeguard Hotel, if you need a place to rest, you need a place to hide out, you need a place to come and do your own stuff, they have a conference hall and everything, so you can come to Safeguard. So, alright, so now, if, let's say, blogging in the Eastern region has moved from one step to another. At least we are seeing an evolving trend in terms of blogging in the Eastern region. So that now we want to look at it from a different angle. We already know challenges are there. Okay, we already know that there are so many challenges that when it comes to blogging. Then we have this almighty COVID-19 adding up to the woes of blogging. Now, my first question is, let us look at the challenges of blogging in the Eastern region. Then now, after we look at the challenges, we also look at how these challenges have also been impacted, or how blogging has also been impacted with COVID-19 at the same time. So first of all, what are these challenges that we keep talking about? Because from Gizo, he said that the resources, okay, maybe as your various counterparts in Accra and everything they do is different from. Is it different from what you're doing here? Are they getting different information than you are getting, or how are they doing this that makes it different? What resources do they have that you don't have? So I don't know, Chris.
Okay, so basically I think that most of the challenges, like Iso said, is the resources. Now, when you compare our bloggers in the region to that of other bloggers that are outside the region, you realize that now most of them have the gadgets, the apparatus.
When you say gadget,
I mean, blogging just doesn't have to do with just writing.
okay.
Sometimes you write with images, sometimes you write with videos, sometimes you write with sources. I mean, correct sources. Sometimes you yourself are the source. You are the source. But since a region is not, I mean, when it comes to blogging a region, not done that for that long time. Let's say that's 7 years. We still lack certain things. I mean, some of the bloggers, they lack certain things. Blogging is like you need to learn. It's a stage. You have to learn. Even if you're learning from someone, you still have to read more. You still have to do research. You still have to ask questions to get it. Now it has come to look like just making numbers. So when most of the bloggers do not really dive deep into what they want to do, some of them even think it's not an occupation, it's just a hobby. Which of course, if it's just a hobby and it means you have to do it. So basically, I think that the challenges that most of them are facing now, most of the bloggers are facing now, is that our region is young when it comes to media, when it comes to blogging, let's say. So it means that how people digest the things that we write, the things that will come out on blogs, it's different from how people will digest it in other regions. I'm comparing my region to that of Accra. Now, a blogger in Accra cannot be compared to a blogger in Koforidua. The reason is, even the market here in Koforidua, how many people are actually reading what you're writing for them in Koforidua?
But I can also ask, how many people do you think are reading in Accra? Do you think they also read this?
What I'm asking is, when you go to Accra, some of the things that they write, it's not even the Accra people that are reading. Our market here are the ones that are reading them. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So what is the problem?
Assume he wants to come in.
I disappointedly disagree with him.
Okay.
I'm so disappointed.
Disappointedly disagree.
Problem.
All right.
The reason is that you're on the internet. Your blog is worldwide. So it does not matter where you are when you come to the internet. As far as somebody will have access to the internet, wherever you are, they'll read from you. So the fact I'm in the Eastern region doesn't mean that I have only Eastern region as the people who read from my blog. Trust me. If you own a blog and look at the dynamics, it means people from UK, US reading from your blog. So if you carry the mentality that the fact that you are based in Eastern region, then it means that Eastern region is your market and people who read it, then you have missed it. You don't even know what blogging is.
What I am trying to cut across is this. Now, we know obviously what you're writing is content. You know you're writing content, right? And then you're in Koforidua. And then something happens in Koforidua. You call yourself a blogger. No, you have. I'm coming to a
Don't make that statement and call yourself a blogger.
No, I'm saying I'm okay. Let me take it back.
Yeah.
So you are a blogger in Koforidua, and then there's an issue in Koforidua, and then your fellow blogger in Accra gets hold of the information first, and then puts it out on the word, on the internet for them to know. Now, what I'm trying to say is, so when next time there's an issue, me blogger A and blogger B in Accra, who do you think they will go to his blogspot first? I mean, the people from
So the problem is not about people who read your content.
It's about you, the blogger.
It is about you not getting the first-hand information.
So it's exactly the same thing.
No, it is not the same as saying that you are in the Eastern region, so you have a limited people who read your blog. No,
I never said limited.
That's what you said. You said you have few people here who read from blogs, and that the people in Accra have a larger market. And I'm saying that the market is the world. So far as it comes to internet, that's why I'm saying that the internet is very powerful. Unlike the traditional media, which is limited per frequency, per your
bandwidth
it cuts. So people have adopted adding social media to their radio so that they can travel the other distances. So have them going even web portals so that they can write their news for the world to read. So it means that internet is not limited. The issue is that you don't have enough information to put on your blog.
Okay.
If you put good information and people know you to be a trusted source, it will not matter where you find yourself. The only problem is that you have to be up and doing to have real-time information to talk about.
Okay.
Obviously, if people see one blogger A as a credible source and they can rely on their information in real time, they'll always go there.
Yeah.
But if you are here and the news is near you, you can't make good use of it. Don't go and blame a blogger B who is centered somewhere doing it rightly.
Okay.
So the issue really is not about having a little market. Me, I would be thinking that, okay, if it comes to entertainment blogging, the market is in Accra than Koforidua or Eastern region. All the top stars and the events are all happening in Accra.
Yeah.
Little will we hear of such same events and the people, things that surround the entertainment blogging in the Eastern region. So, Eastern region based blogger, I'm using the word advisory, would now have to rely on information. He becomes a reporter of events. He doesn't create the events in terms of entertainment reportage and writing. But then again, it is only because the bloggers are limited in scope. That is to say that the only thing that blogging has to do with solely entertainment. I see Chris here, maybe he doesn't even know. I see Chris here as a blogger. He's a photo blogger. You get it? So I don't expect Chris to be telling me, be talking outside as if he is not part of blogging.
Okay.
He's a photo blogger. So he goes to places and give us pictorial views of events and activities and programs, and also of people. So if people want to know the places in Eastern region, visual evidence of things happening in this region, Chris should be the contact where people go to Chris blog and so we have this story site. So people are only limited in the entertainment. They are only talking about entertainment. What about tourist bloggers who would, this region is so rich in tourist destinations, but who is talking about them?
Okay.
So it looks like the entertainment has been the bane of blogging now.
But the thing is, if they not to cut in, the thing is, don't you think bloggers are based on entertainment because that is where they think the market is? That is where they think if they put out anything controversial or anything concerning entertainment, they will make their money or get their following the traffic. Don't you think so?
They are not even making their money. Okay, so if it's going to be about money, you have missed it. You have missed it. And I don't think that entertainment is a real thing. People are blogging outside entertainment. In fact, those who are blogging outside entertainment are making it more
than those in the entertainment.
Just that the entertainment is loud. And the entertainment makes noise on social media, but social media doesn't really bring the return.
Gizo, tell us more.
I think as soon as I said, to add later, as an entertainment blogger, the challenges we face, as I was talking, as I said earlier, about resources. The resources is about employees, how you employ. To do a normal blogging, you can't do. I can't. I need to hire writers. I need to have cameramen where they will cover events. So I hope you are getting it. As Yomi said earlier about the why there are gaps who are ahead is because they create the content. They do have shows and other stuff, events going on. Unlike Eastern here, most we don't normally have event coverage and other stuff. So as for where I'm coming from the perspective of the resources is, most of these Accra bloggers, they do have offices. They do employ people. So when there's a coverage or about event or about any follow up, they do follow up quickly than us because we lack these things, basic things. That's having an office. To account an office and employ people to write for you. It's not easy. Me per se, let me take an example. It's not. Right now, I would say I'm doing part-time job in blogging because I do stuffs, I
Other
do
works,
other
yeah.
works. So normally I don't have much time for the blogging because unlike the Accra people, they hire people
To be doing that.
to be doing that. These are the basic. Then we lack tools, as earlier as DJK said, about gadgets. You know, to have a camera now, and then
Yeah.
have a camera, go outside and fetch and create the content for your YouTube or your other your stories. It's not easy because scanning, we are lacking certain amenities and resources. The resources come from this events are the source of information, whereby the blogger will write a story. We don't listen with how many events and other stuff you can follow. So these are the main challenges.
I say, before you come in, I want to throw a general question.
No, before you take a general question, I may lose sight of what I wanted.
All right.
See, I thank God for my senior colleague. He's been there before. You see, it looks more like our comparisons are very unfounded. Reason is that whatever a blogger needs in Accra, like I said, it doesn't have a limited space. Do you get it? All you need is your writing. If you say you are in blogging,
I think maybe as you're talking, you're going to answer my question. So you continue.
we are talking about blogging. If you go talking about YouTube, you have transferred the issue of blogging to vlogging.
Vlogging, yeah.
That's another aspect. But if we can all the same talk about all that. If you want to do multiple tasking in terms of media coverage, you want to write, you want to vlog, you want to do a lot of things, then you would have to go for these tools that will satisfy the particular event. Not every blogger has an office in Accra. It is just 1% of those in Accra that have offices. So let's stop this comparison that you need to have an office to do blogging.
We are not comparing.
No,
just making a
you
statement.
said those in
I'm making a
Accra
statement.
have offices. Trust me, it's not true.
Most. It's not something.
It is not most.
Only
When
some.
most percentage is what?
Okay,
The
Sam.
percentage is
Some
what?
of
Even the sum, I don't want to hear it. There's no basis for that
Okay.
comparison.
All right.
If you want to do blogging, what do you need to blog with?
Your laptop.
Do you need camera to blog?
You need your
No.
laptop. Even some,
All you need is your
even,
writing
some
tool.
even have some use phone, right?
Exactly.
But I mentioned about writers. To hire writers, it's not
Because you mentioned that you don't have money to set up an office and employ people to write, then you are looking at an expanded work. But you as a blogger, you call yourself a blogger, means that already you are into it. You couldn't have been called a blogger without doing anything about blogging. So whatever you have been doing is what qualifies you as a blogger. And you have to me it simply has to do with having creative mind to do your work and get to be known with what you do with some level of credibility. That's what it matters. So the comparison about Accra blogger, how many Accra bloggers? No, I'm saying that statement is a wrong statement. It's creating the wrong impression about the blogging profession.
So,
All right.
Your opinion.
It's
That's
my personal
something
opinion, so
I disagree with it. That why you need to employ
I
people
know.
if you don't have the resources to know. It's just like doing a business. You are a startup business and you are looking at employing people as how Kim Pesky employs people.
Not possible.
No, it doesn't happen that way. You need to grow your business, and when the business expands, for you to employ people, you do it. But if you are not there,
Don't be there.
don't do that comparison, because just do with what you are with. And when people need you, they'll invite you wherever you are. I know people who invite people from Koforidua. I know people from Accra invite people from all over for them to work with. Why? Is it because they have an office to employ people? No. It's because they rely on those people and the kind of content they produce.
All right, viewers, as you can see, it's getting heated here. The conversation is very interesting. When it comes to blogging, it's a whole different ball game together. So now my question, what are the main challenges? Because I can see from what they are saying, he was saying pays views. It's the resources, which in his views, the resources are the gadgets, the writers, and office space. Okay. Did you guys
disagree with?
Which you disagreed with? Yeah, as I said, opinions, right? That's yours. Did you?
And then I said that we don't have content.
Okay.
Most of the contents that we are picking from already uploaded blog sites.
Okay.
So we are more or less. That's content. Someone's creative something, and then you take and share.
If you can give us an example, then we can.
For example, let's say an issue has happened in Accra. That's about an hour ago, and then an Accra blogger has already brought the issue out. That's let's say about 30 minutes ago, and then you have gone in for the Accra person's content. Copied. Let's say you sourced it. Let's just say you sourced it. So it means that now you've taken this content. Next time, if I go on your blogspot or your website or wherever and then there's a story, and then I know that you've been taking your source from, let's say, blah 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 blah.com in Accra, who took the original story. Of course, you are not creative enough. When around that time that you share the story, perhaps you could have looked for something else that maybe you would have created that would look unique on your site. That's what I'm trying to say.
So yours is content.
If you say you have come,
I see what you mean. Then you also give us the challenge.
No, yeah. If you say a blogger in Accra has already happened.
Yes, has already brought the issue out.
I want to still interrogate that. Is he created a content, or is because an event happened which he was about?
There was an event that he saw and wrote about.
That is not your content. You didn't create the event. That
blogger covered the event.
He covered the event, so anybody else can report about that event.
When already that Accra blogger has brought the issue out.
It's an event.
I'm coming.
It's an event. He didn't create the event.
Okay.
There are two things.
No problem.
There are two things here. Journalism has to do with reporting and writing. If it's reporting, reporting has to do with events that have occurred. So if an accident happened in Accra, every reporter can go and write about it.
Okay, so an Accra, let me put it like this. An Accra blogger takes Koforidua Today, writes about Koforidua Today, and then you share it.
You have diverted.
That's what I am trying to say.
That is why I asked the question: that is it an event?
That is what I am trying to say.
He created
his own content, and instead of an event happening. If it's an event, then it's different from the scenario you are creating.
So this is the scenario I want us to talk. This is the challenge
I think what he's trying to say. Let me, if I'm to get it.
We should be very creative.
You've created a content. Let's say you've covered an event, and I come good. I've
covered an event.
I'm starting with that one. You have covered an event. You've written about the event on your blog. Okay. Then I'm also a blogger. I copy the same content that you have put in out there. Because remember, that content you put in out was your English, was your own understanding about the event. Then I also copied the same thing and put it on my blog. Okay. And maybe say sourced you. One. That's the first scenario, right?
Yes.
Good. Now, that means I'm just copying what you've done. I've not added any value to myself in putting that thing. That is one. The second one you are talking about.
What about that one?
What is that?
Does that mean I don't have content?
It's content.
That is sourcing is allowed in journalism.
I never said it's not.
So you can't use that as a basis for saying I don't have content.
Okay.
So what else?
So far as I source you that, I took this news from you. It's something. It's practice in journalism. It does not mean that I don't have content. Same way I source to you, I took news from you. You also take
news from
me and source me. It's a normal practice.
Okay.
So the fact that I take from you doesn't mean that I don't have content.
For example, the same event. Instead of you reporting on how the incident happened or whatever transpired, now you decide as an Accra blogger to actually do the event, not to talk about what transpired, not when, let's say, an award scheme, not when the person was coming to stage to receive a plaque and blah blah blah.
So you
but
see,
yours is
so you see,
you decided to weigh the events.
So you see,
look at the type of plug they use. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that.
So you
and somebody
see,
takes it.
His
brings
scenario
it out.
of this is
It's the
too
same
different.
thing. It's the same
No,
thing.
it's not.
Different from what?
Let me
It's the same
let me
thing.
educate you on this. Maybe if you take time to listen, you understand.
Sure.
I initially said that journalism or blogging in our context today has to do with reporting and then writing. Reporting always do with occurred events that the reporter has no hand in.
Okay.
So an award scheme. A lot of journalists will be invited to such an award scheme.
All of them will write different things.
All of them will write it. Different things or
Or
same
same
thing
thing.
because the event is one. Is the same. So you go on blogs and you see similar writings. And that is reporting. It happens across board. And you can't say that because of that I don't have content. 2, writing. Writing means that you are now being opinionated about whatever topic.
Okay.
So, I'm doing a review of that particular event.
That is now your writing.
Now that is my opinion about it.
Okay.
So these are two different things. The moment you mention that an event happened, I know that is reporting. And reporting, you get similar stories across board.
Okay.
You get it? So that does not mean that I don't have content.
Okay.
But if it's about writing, that is a feature on an article, then that's a different issue. If I go and pick it, then means that I'm not able to create content in terms of writing. But if what we do now or what we see across board these days has to do with reporting.
Most people are doing reporting.
Exactly. Bloggers, a lot of bloggers now do a lot of reporting.
That's where you get the clicks.
They do a lot of reporting. And that is to me that is a great challenge, because people think that that is all about blogging, but trust me, blogging started with writing, not
You need to be
reporting.
able to write.
It has only evolved from writing to reporting, and that is why we are facing the problems we are facing now. Only few people are actually doing writing in terms of blogging. Only few. The rest are doing reporting, and in reporting, these are the things that we face.
So now, let's say you are now writing, not reporting. You've written an opinion about, let's say, split sobolo. Okay, after you've tasted it, you've heard people write about split, but you've tasted it. Now you're writing your own views and opinion about the whole product. Then I come and take that source. Okay,
Take your write-up.
and take your write-up and go and post it. But still, maybe outsource you that I got it from you. What does that make me as a blogger?
That's content.
Good. It's content, but it's not my content, right?
But I'm saying that it's a normal practice.
Okay, but that means
It's a
Now,
normal practice,
all right.
and not just in blogging. Let's not think that.
so where does creativity come in?
What do you mean creativity?
Creativity in terms of writing, reviews, writing your own content.
No, I don't get it. What do you mean creativity? We are talking about a profession, and the profession has to do with ethics and practices.
Yes.
And I'm saying that what you are talking about is a normal practice in journalism or blogging.
Yes.
And it does not mean that you are not creative.
Okay.
It's part of the profession.
Okay.
That when you pick somebody's content, you source the person. It does not mean that you're not creative,
Okay.
but it is a practice, it's a normal practice. The only problem is that you taking it without sourcing the person, then there's problem there. But to take Gizo's content or to take his, or I'm doing a story and I need a picture, and I know he's a photo blogger.
Yeah.
I'll go to his blog and then there's a picture that suits me. All I need is to credit that
was
I
taken.
took the source, the picture source from him.
Okay.
It's normal practice. Can I take picture? I'm not a photo blogger to produce pictures, but somebody who is versed in it has done it, and I'll only have to source for him and say, or ask permission that I want to use your picture for a story. He gives me the permission. I do it and source him. It's a normal practice. It does not mean that the person is not creative. In fact, even in the writing, you can do your perfect review, and I can use your review as my source.
Okay.
That you said something that I want to report about that. In this article, you said so. I have created a story.
Okay.
So if you say the fact that I'm taking your content means I'm not being creative, I beg to differ.
Yeah, okay.
I beg to differ.
All right, viewers, as you can see, the topic is getting heated and everybody's sharing their opinions, and I think I'm loving it because I'm also learning, we're all getting more ideas. As I said, the program is brought to you by Proper Fulton Brown, Split So Below, and it's supported by RNF Photos and Studios. And it's also supported by Safegold Hotel, located in Koforidua. So now let's come back to the main topic of COVID-19. These are the challenges already that we are facing in terms of, okay, now before we go back to the COVID-19.
You know my challenge.
Yes. Tell me your challenge.
I think one of the greatest challenges is the misunderstanding about the whole blogging profession.
Okay.
A lot of people, especially when you find yourself in a terrain that has to do with entertainment, everybody thinks that that a category of people you satisfy when it comes to entertainment. You have people who are in the creative starting with the talent.
Yeah.
So the talent is, I want to still specify the talent because I mean the writing itself is a talent.
Yeah.
I want to specify maybe the musicians and those people.
Those in the limelight.
Actors and not in the limelight.
Or the actors, the musicians.
I want to just mention that the musicians, the actors and all that. We are all in the limelight. It's not just them.
That's true though. That's true.
So their understanding of what blogging is, or people you target, their understanding of what blogging is or what it should be, to me first of all is the greatest challenge. They perceive every blogger to be a blogger, and that your primary aim is to talk about blogging. And they think that without you are not a blogger.
Don't you think it's the bloggers to help into that?
No, it is because of questions like this you ask that is creating the problem.
Okay.
Because your question also presupposes to mean that blogging is about entertainment. That is not. People blog about politics.
Yes.
People blog about parties. People blog about food. People blog about funeral.
I blog about branding.
Yes. Yeah, it's true, you do.
So is it your job to promote
An artist or something that you do?
No. So this person will come at you that you are not promoting it. Then it means that the person doesn't understand what you do as a blogger. If you meet a blogger that is a promoter, then you can attack the person. But even that, the person is not born to promote you. If you want him to promote you, you find a better channel because it is business.
Yes.
And where people say, oh, you are not, because you are in the eating agent, you don't talk about us, you don't promote us. It's to me, it's sickening. It is so absurd that I want to believe it because you don't even understand what you are doing as a musician. And you don't understand the dynamics of the play or the change in what you do. It is one of the greatest, to me, it's just
the greatest challenge.
Yes, that people don't understand. Even in entertainment, we all can be even promoters.
Yes.
Somebody is a publicist, somebody is a good promoter like Izzo, like Kumi. They have. If you call me for promotion job, I'll refer you to them because I know that
That's their
if
field.
you
That's
come
their
to me,
niche.
I'll fail you. I'm not the one who will come and be. No.
And some of
I'll
them too are
fail you.
critics.
Yes.
So
We have the critics.
Yes, some of them are.
Yeah.
They're to criticize.
Yes,
it's
yes.
there.
They
It's
too,
all
they are
part.
there.
Yeah.
They are part of the entertainment construct, and it makes it whole.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, for instance, it start with a misunderstanding. Even sometimes it is the bloggers themselves that create that misunderstanding because they will have to take time to understand what they do, the dynamics that play in it before they can even tell people about what they do.
Okay, so don't you think that most bloggers don't even understand, as you're saying, even they don't even understand the niche in which they are in.
Exactly.
They don't even understand, okay, I'm a blogger. What blogger am I? Am I a vlogger, a video blogger, or am I a photo blogger, or am I an entertainment blogger, or am I a political? But from studies, it shows that almost all bloggers are blogging about. They can blog about entertainment today, tomorrow politics, anything that comes, they are blogging about it. Should it be so, or you should focus on your correct blogging niche? If you're a political blogger, everything about politics should be about you. This guy, for example, Kluche, he's on his tech.
Yeah. technology.
It doesn't go beyond that. Everything is tech. You understand? I mean, Adebra Dems too are there. We have, so should a blogger focus? Don't you think a blogger should focus on one particular thing that they are covering? If it's entertainment, entertainment. If in entertainment we have categories of entertainment. So don't you think that any of you can answer?
I perfectly agree with you that bloggers should create a niche. So that we know that there's a niche blogger. Like Chris, I wouldn't be confused about what he does.
Yes.
If Chris today wants to talk about something, okay, it's not me, I'm not being you, but I'll not be confused about what Chris does as a photo blogger. Sometimes I'll be confused about what Gizu does. But today Gizu will do this.
You do another thing. Okay.
People now create a niche for him as people now create a niche for him as a funeral blogger. You see, if a celebrity dies and he talks about it, it's still entertainment.
Yes.
It does not make him a funeral blogger. Because so far as he will talk about a celebrity that is alive,
The same way when
he passed on to it's the same thing. So, like you said, I think that is another challenge that the bloggers themselves don't understand the ethics or even what the blogging entails, and they don't even understand that
the category they fall in.
They feel that they should be talking about everything and anything that comes their way. Then your brand is confusing. I want us to go to branding, I will not go there. So it's a confused brand where people will not be able to tell exactly.
They cannot relate to what you do.
They are confusing your readers. So they cannot rely on you as a source for a specific thing. Okay. Because if it comes to branding, there's somebody you want to talk to. Because you know that that person knows what he does, or he has the knowledge in branding, and you will not get confused. When you want to read about celebrities, there's a place you go, because you might consider Mayor Debra as a celebrity blogger, so you go to his blog because every celebrity news is there. If you want to talk about maybe industry-related issues when it comes to entertainment, you pick where you want to go because you know that person offers you that service. You can't do everything about blogging. Again, I'm saying that our blogging scope is limited. It has always been by entertainment. But trust me, there are people who are doing, like you mentioned, tech blog. People who are doing the Sansa, who is doing tourism. Wango is doing tourism. Great people are doing a lot of things that, see, yes, and there are people who do, they are strictly about movie reviews. Yes, movie reviews and
some are clothing lines.
You know, so we should get this understanding and begin to diversify to see where your greatest strength lies. It should first of all not because entertainment, you see entertainment as things people talk about, so you want to join the fray to be known that you do this, but it should start with passion, where your passion is. So if I love taking pictures, I love creative, like I love to see how things appear. I have certain passion for pictures and I should be interested in doing photo blogging. Not because people are doing photo blogging, hey, Chris is doing it.
Let me go and do some
events. Let me also do. No. If you do that, you end up being a jack of all bloggers and you not be known for anything. I think these are.
You want to share any light?
And then also, I also think that most of us now, so it's a blogger.
You are a blogger.
But then I know photography, yes, they're doing everywhere. Yes, so they know it. So I'm a photo blogger now.
Yes.
Don't call me photographer. So, but this is what I also realize. Now, most people are also looking at the numbers that they are getting, the traffic. Most of us are interested in our traffic. So, like I said, I am going to attack this a little bit. Now, like I said, now if I'm making the numbers, let's say it's growing my blog. First of all, income-wise, resource-wise, it's growing my blog. And then let's say I'm a photo blogger, and then I see, I come across an event, and I feel okay. This event, people need to know. I want to report. I'm careful with my words now.
Now you should be careful.
I want to report on that event. Now that event also gives me numbers, so I've written about it. I have come to Safegold, and I realized that Safegold too has something unique I need to write about. I have written about Safegold. Now I also come to my blog. I'm making returns. My problem here is, doesn't necessarily mean I am a jack of all blogs, a master of none.
Okay.
As you, as a
Yes,
photo,
I'm using, I'm
as
using
a
myself.
photo.
Yes.
When you go to an event, photos report. For you don't need to write a lot of things
words.
about the event.
Is it a
You
photograph?
just have to give us a description of the various pictures you've taken and put it on your blog. You don't need to go and give us a 10-paragraph story on the event. For you, it is your pictures that speak for you. So I go through, these are the pictures. And the pictures, you give us nice captions of the pictures. Nice description. Okay, this Shatawale receiving his award for best. The next picture, you give us short descriptions of the event and it's on your blog.
So it is still photo.
It is still photo. And when you come here, when you come to Safegold, what do?
You take pictures.
You take pictures of. Recently,
I'm talking about writing.
Then you
See,
take
I was. That's why I said I'm careful with my words, right?
So
I said
record
that.
it.
I'm
because
taking
when you
pictures.
mention the word
Yes.
reporting to, the
So-
pictures also do
so
the
I'm
reporting,
talking about.
not just
So
the
I'm
writing.
not talking about visuals. I'm not talking about pictures. I'm talking about now. I'm
Right.
taking pictures of what I need to take. That is what I have interest in photography. So I have covered. But this time around, I come to Safegold. Instead of taking pictures,
You go
I
and do it
decide
right
to
back.
write. Now I'm not looking at type of blogging I am doing or what classification of blogging I want to. I'm looking at my traffic. That's what I'm trying to make point. My traffic. Now I've written about Safegold. I've gotten my traffic. I have gone to report an event. I've gotten my without photographs. Now I'm taking pictures of what I need to take pictures of, not here. I won't talk about. I'm taking with my captions, everything. So I'm asking, am I a jack of all bloggers? Or jack of all blogs and master of none? That's what I'm trying to say.
The fact that you would go somewhere and do a full write-up instead of giving us what we need for it means that you have diverted from your usual. But if that continues,
Then it becomes a problem.
then that becomes a problem. If
So,
that
so
continues,
it means that what I was always trying to make a point. It means that here in the region, there is a major problem
of
doing a lot of things at the same time. I mean, in terms of
it is not
it's
just the
everywhere.
region.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Even Accra, most people are even doing more
It's
now.
but the conversation here is with radio.
Yes.
So my concentration
Even
is
the
in the
major blogs, go on the major blogs, they have become news blogs.
yes.
Everything. You go on entertainment bloggers sites,
You see news,
you see
politics.
lifestyle, you see
Economics,
politics, you see sports,
everything.
you see fashion, you see everything there.
So they become a news site.
You become a news site, not a blog site.
So, time is fast spent. So we go to the major topic, COVID-19. Okay, COVID-19 has wreaked so much havoc in every sector, worldwide. People are dead, people are alive, people are still recovering, the economies are crashing, people have lost their job, employment is there, everything is being destroyed by the COVID-19. Our previous event, our previous interview or episode was about the media, how COVID-19 was affecting the media in the eastern region, and the way they are trying to fight out of it and come out of it and still remain relevant and still give the needed information that the listeners need and still operate. So we saw their challenges, we looked at all those things. Now when it comes to blogging, has COVID-19 first of all affected the blogging in the eastern region? Has COVID-19 affected blogging in the eastern region?
Okay, so
let's start from
okay,
here.
so let me talk from the photography aspect of
Yes.
blogging. Now, what I know is now because of this COVID, a lot of scenes or sceneries you're supposed to get shots of, you don't get them anymore. For example, there are no events. For example, there are no events. One, because some people are even scared to go out. Now, there are no mass movements. There are a lot of things that even people that would even contract you to do things for them. Now, their events are not even unfolding, so you get copies. I mean, you get shots and series and other things out of it for you to be able to even do your job, just talk to the world about what is happening. So basically, I think that COVID-19 was one not planned for. Nobody knew 2020. DJs will move from holding turntables to washing plates and all that. In quotes. Yes. Nobody anticipated that the COVID was going to come in a couple of months ago. So it looks like a lot of things are on standstill in terms of photography. Like I already said, no events, nothing. So I think that yes, the COVID has created more harm than good to some of us. So because of that, some of us are forced to be indoors. And then when these things happen to you, now it even affects your livelihood, the way you live your life, you the person, because you know these are the things that you do to make income or to generate revenue to take care of yourself. Now these things are not coming. So now there is burden on yourself. You become a burden on, let's say, your savings, or either you become a burden on your parents, or you become a burden on friends that have a bit more to do and all that. So to me, I think when it comes to the photo blogging and photography, the COVID has created so much harm.
All right, Gezo, tell us how COVID has affected
COVID.
Yeah.
Almighty COVID. I think it was not planned as all. It's a pandemic. Just came across the cinema. So I think for me as a blogger and the music promoter, let me concentrate on the music promotion more than talking about the general thing. I think most when you go to www.show.com, what do you get? What I get as revenue matches about events, promotions, and other aspects like promotions and PR publicity. So right now, as the pandemic, the COVID came across, before then, let me take as a case study, a week or 2 weeks, how promotion, people will contact you for promotions will be more like a week you can get like promotion like 5 before COVID. But when COVID came, trust me, 1 month ago, I know for promotions. That's where I get my revenue. That's where I want to divert the attention. So I think before COVID, we used to get more promotions on my side. But right now, promotion has gone down because the artists who bring their product for you to market, because in our blogs, you bring your product, we publish it for you, then we promote it for you. So I think it has really reduced. It has really affected.
So no
business.
revenue. Revenue is not coming like your revenue is to come.
The parola, they are not coming.
What is Viola?
No.
Violas are meant for ladies.
No, I know.
Since when they
me, I used to say it's my terms. Because
the solid they come.
the solid no they come as first. Unlike first, a week or 2 weeks, you can get solid 5, like 10.
Hey,
solid.
Nice money.
Case or Nipa? 5K or 5 Nipa?
No,
5 business.
5 businesses to publish and get a lot of cash. And right now, trust me, almost like a month you can get. Before we used to go for events, you'll be invited for events. So come from the events. Then later we publish about the event. So we all know there's no mass gathering and other stuff. So that aspect has really affected our businesses. Because that's the venue where we get our money. The clays are not coming. Me, for the past 3 months or 5 months, my AdSense has been blocked because of the content I wrote. That's a content, the nudity content I wrote. So it was flash up. So like you're not getting one. So my base where the revenues are from music promotion. The musicians are not releasing songs. So how can we get businesses?
They are releasing songs.
It's not when COVID came in.
Okay. When it was intense.
When it was very serious. Right now they ask Obi Atunadu.
They release and then they don't even they can post it on Facebook post. So what would they give?
First you used to have a business, someone will come and say, oh, I want you to do publicity for me. Yes. Then later take me to radio stores and other stuff. All these businesses are stop. They are not coming.
And
we are doing our other businesses.
Yes.
So for the blogging side, it's not coming. That's the music promotion side.
Start the watch please.
My boss, tell us how COVID is creating havoc in the blogging sector.
I think, like you said, it has affected the whole world and every business fiber you can find on earth is affected. And the blogging is no exception. It has really affected the profession negatively. Even in that, it has also affected the positive. When it was greatest and we have to go on lockdown, no activities actually. So if you are an event reporter, you will not have any content to be writing. You have to now a feature writer, big issues that you want to talk about. So really, the reportage or news reportage has gone on because events are not happening where your sources are not doing anything for you to go and write about. Nothing happening. So that's it. So if there's nothing happening, it means that you'll not be engaged for any business also. So financially, you go down. But positively, as much as I can remember, when people go on lockdown, there was demand for content online
because people have to read.
Because people are home, they are not doing anything. You see them visiting internet for content, video content. See that is now we are talking about Netflix. Netflix has not been a thing before.
Now it has become a thing.
But now the Netflix has become. It means that there was content now for online.
Lack of content.
So those who were smart enough began to produce content, more especially on YouTube, for people at home to watch. So I would say that it brought a certain negative impact. At the same time, has also created a certain demand for online content, and those who were smart enough, they took advantage of it. So to me, these are the various issues that podcast affected.
Alright, so I think yes, I also can agree to that because COVID has both in a way brought negativity impact and also has also brought some good positive impact depending on how one thinks about the problem and channels the resources to that problem. I think you mentioned something about stopping what he was doing, no revenue because of people not bringing contracts for him, so he has to shift to artist management and stuff. So now my question is, this COVID, it has come to stay whether we like it or not. It is still here and we don't know when it's going. So for the next 2-3 months, I'm sure it's still going to be there as how it is. Now the question, we don't want it. Yeah, we don't want. I wish even
we want to wake up.
Yes, we just want to wake up and it's gone. But as it stands, it's still there. We just have to tune our minds into a different. Yeah. Now my question is, what is the way forward? What is the way forward? As a blogger, there's no content for you. Does it mean you stop blogging? No. It doesn't mean you have to start creating content that is entertaining. Does it mean you have to look at other resources to keep your because now it's a business. You get it? So what is the way forward for bloggers, especially let's center it into the Eastern region here, where we have people have concerns with content, creation of content, which you don't agree to. But I know someone will still say that's the problem because maybe they are looking at a certain kind of content they are looking out for. But let's just look at the fact that COVID is here. It's affecting every aspect of the industry, entertainment, fashion, any other schooling, everything is being affected. So what's the way forward as a blogger? We'll start from the
You see, we still can't ignore the aspect of my disagreement, the initial disagreement, which you want everybody to know that disagree. No problem.
Yeah.
Like we explained earlier on, it depends on what you are doing as a blogger. And location is not an issue. So that's why I'm trying very hard to recreate a certain misconception so that it will enhance the discussion. I'll be in Eastern region, and Eastern region might not be my target. So if you say let's strictly talk about Eastern region, you are not helping the conversation because Eastern region, I'm just based here. You will be based here doesn't mean that his content is only Eastern region content. If it's Eastern region content, then your question is valid. But if he doesn't see Eastern region alone as his target area and place for content creation, then it brings a bit of challenge.
So let's go general.
I'm saying that, see, like I said, it has brought a certain positive impact where people begin to look at various ways of still creating content to meet a specific or their targets and demands. So those who are smart enough and don't really want to stick to one thing, they are taking advantage of the situation and doing what they have to do to create content for them. But AJ, the good news is that the restrictions are being easing. And now we can move to wherever we want to go. Thank God for Chris. Chris can now go to his various tourist sites because it's been reopened. So Chris doesn't have an issue per se. Chris can still continue with whatever he's doing. There's no restriction of movement, so he can still move around. Now musicians and artists, like we said, are also creating content. You see, when he started, they were not able to do anything. Recording was low, and now they are doing their virtual events. They are creating, they are producing songs, they are releasing songs day in day out. You know, let them release his Mood Swings EP, is on various radio tours and all that. So I think that it is not going to be what is the way forward. The way forward is already being charted as far as the restrictions are being eased. So we only pray and hope that normal life
returns to normal.
Yes.
If only there's something called normalcy.
Well, it surely has altered a certain aspect of our life, but we'll get back. And I'm not sure anything should hold as long as it is your main job. It doesn't have to do with specific location and place of reportage. Then you are in business. We should broaden our mind on concentrating solely on entertainment. I'm saying that there are prospects in other aspects of blogging, which should not always all the time be about entertainment. So we should look at those aspects. But the fundamental thing is that let your passion drive you. If your passion is about entertainment, look at what specific about entertainment it should be and let that drive you. If it's about tourism, if you have somebody who loves traveling, do something about tourism. There's huge content for tourism, even more than entertainment.
Tourism has a lot.
Has a lot of prospects, but nobody is talking about it. You see, maybe the problem is that people want the fanfare, they want to be known, the fame, but not really about money. We are not hungry for success, we are hungry for fame.
That's very true. That's very true.
The problem is just simple, that is it. But if we begin to rewind our mind and know that it is not about fame, but you want to really make money. Because I listen to my friends, they are talking about clicks.
Clicks.
Trust me, the clicks are not coming on blogs for entertainment. The clicks have never been coming from them. Most of them make their money from personal contact and not on the blogs. You have the clicks on social media, but that doesn't also bring you money. They know where the money is coming from. So it is time we begin to rethink that entertainment, that it's not actually fetching them money. A few people have made it, but they have not made it solely from
the blogging of entertainment.
Yes. They do vlogging. Look at me out there.
Yes.
He has diversified long ago, has employed who manages vlogging, and he knows where his major source of income is coming from. So the way forward is that let's begin to sit back and rethink about the blogging business and take a critical look at it and see where your strength lies and focus on it.
And then to add to what Asuni says, I think that and at this time, during COVID, is when some of us we sat down and realized that there are other things that you can also do. Like, for example, now whilst the COVID was ongoing, some of us decided that, okay, now that we are on partial lockdown, why don't we go back to the drawing board and then start adding to what we know? I mean, steadily reading wider. I mean,
adding value to yourself.
Adding value to yourself. For example, myself, I do video. I mean, I do videography. I do photography and all that. But then you realize that after the videography, photography, perhaps before COVID, sometimes your scenes look a bit noisy. That's how I put it. But during the COVID era, you realize that okay, now you can't go anymore. So now what do you do? You need to stay. So you go back to the drawing board and learn how to get the noise off your scenes. So I think that going forward, we should, like, now things are being eased now.
Yeah.
Now we shouldn't do things the way we used to do them. I mean, we should add value to what we're doing now.
Yeah.
I mean, we should create. My concentration is about creating. For example, sometimes I have a camera. I don't have anything to shoot. I don't have an event. I have nothing to shoot. But then sometimes I can just go. I go to places, watch kids playing, and I just shoot. And then begin to look at the picture and create a story out of the picture. What prompted me to shoot the picture? It doesn't necessarily mean it's an event, yes. The children have created an event for me, which of course somebody else might have passed without even noticing that thing. So I think that going forward, now that things are being eased on, we should, as far back as we go and sit and look at things, we should also study well. And then try and then start creating things. If it's in the eastern region, we should start creating things. Because myself, I was surprised that some artists from the region could actually hold virtual concerts. Because all this was before COVID. So you could hold virtual concerts and nobody actually did it. But now COVID has created a virtual concert. Now everyone wants to create a virtual concert. So I think that we should, as and when time keeps elapsing, we should also try and then put ourselves to that level where we know that at a point in time, now what you are doing, as much as you have passion for it, it's also fetching you good income as well. So,
Gizu, tell us.
I think, let me add up to what Asuni said. You can't concentrate on Eastern. Yes, I look for Eastern blood, but Eastern blood.
that's a funeral blogger.
We just stay here and be blogging about.
No, I was not saying blogging about Eastern.
Yeah,
I was just saying that how is it affecting we that we are located in the Eastern region?
Yeah, but he made mention of about you can't be concentrating about Eastern stuff, content.
Okay.
Because if you want to up a soul beginning now, so go and you want to go far. You want chop. You have to go the extra mile and work hard.
Yeah.
You can't be concentrating on Eastern stuff. You know, trust me, the Eastern stuff not they pay much as the outside. Most of my businesses come from outside than Eastern. If I was to be concentrating on Eastern stuff, the people guys will maybe some of my people interested in me, maybe I'll buy for Eastern stuff, but not for outside stuff. So the way forward is to create more, as Asimi said, to learn and stick to one brand. I think then to work hard to achieve what you want to achieve, then going to the extra mile, get something.
Well, viewers, we are still here, Koforidua Today. It has been an amazing session with my brothers here who have shed more light on various topics and very, very intriguing submissions and opinions from each and every one of them. So as we said, as I keep saying, we can make it if we only put our mind to it. We cannot limit ourselves. What limits us is our mentality and our mindset. How we think and how we put our mind to use is what is going to determine our growth as individuals. So Koforidua Today is not just about promoting the Eastern region or Koforidua. No, it's about promoting great content and putting people out there to understand what it is they can do. In summarizing everything that we talked about, COVID-19 and everything, so what do you think the Eastern region bloggers should be able to come up with? The fact that I'm saying Eastern region doesn't mean no, you're smiling. I know you come and interact with me. Let me redefine what I'm saying. You are based here, but that doesn't mean you're talking about only Eastern region. Yeah, so I'm talking about we are based here and doing blogging. Blogging is universal. It's not limited. Now our final submission for everyone to understand out there, the final summaries, you tell us everything you can summarize about everything we talked about in the shortest possible time for us.
Okay, so Kwame started. So basically, what we know is that COVID has done more harm to us bloggers. Now I'm saying us bloggers, whether video, pictures, wherever, universal blogging, in the region, we know COVID has done more harm to us. What I will say is the harm has already been done. So then, what do we do the way forward? Is to, first of all, as a blogger, you need to stay safe. Very, very most important thing, stay safe. I mean, like, all the things, there's actually precautions that the government has put in place. Which just follow, wash your hand regularly, wear nose mask at all time and all that. I know somebody's asking, whereas my mind is here, just because of the conversations. Right? So then you wear your nose mask, you wash your hands, sanitize and all that. Then on top of that, you study harder. It's very important that you read and read well and read wide. Practice what you are doing with passion. That's what you keep saying. Passion is very important. But then you can add passion and not get income. But when you add a passion and add it well, you feed well. So finally, what I'll say is you should stay safe. And then enjoy Koforidua Today always.
You enjoy Koforidua Today always. I see you may have something to add.
Yes, just to wrap up. COVID has come. It has, no matter how much or how we look at it, it has altered our way of lifestyle. So as it has, so by now we have already picked up our lessons and then quickly adjusting to what we need to do going forward. I will say, even if COVID is not there, what I will say is that we should, as people who find ourselves at the blogging side of events, to continually add value to whatever we do. Every day is a day to learn something and to add value to yourself. If you stay a day without adding value, you just maintain your yesterday's value, you have actually decreased in value because things are changing. Technology has changed. So if your value is up here today and you maintain that in technology or whatever increases, to know that you are down there and you may enjoy that level for a long time, and before I realize it, you are fizzled out without even knowing. All I'll say is that no matter the danger it has brought to us, no matter the discomfort, let's not lose sight of adding value to our work and our profession. Stay. And all I'll say is that let's stay alive. Let's observe the protocols and let's keep enjoying the freedom.
Thank you. Gizo.
As my brother says, we all know that COVID has affected in many ways, businesses wise and other stuff. So bloggers in Eastern region, let's be focused and consistency is the key. Practicing, learn much and be creative. So So then stick to the rules and the precaution of COVID-19 and stay. That's what I have to say to my fellow Muslims.
All right, thank you so much. So as you heard them, they say we should stay safe. Yes, the restrictions have been easing. Now there's a little bit of free movement to other places that you want to be. Pubs, open air pubs are open. The transport systems are now taking full capacity, but it's done onto you as an individual to protect yourself and stay safe. Always have your face masks available, have your sanitizers and everything available wherever you're going. So this is Koforidua Today. So we'll be wrapping up by saying that how do people reach you at DJ Chris? How do people reach you at Gizo, at Xiaomi? How do people reach you at?
Okay, so on my social media handles, as Chris Speaks, on Facebook, WhatsApp, my WhatsApp number, it's on my page. So when you go on Instagram, it's Chris Speaks. On Facebook, it's Chris Speaks. Everywhere, LinkedIn, everywhere is Chris Speaks.
You can follow me on Facebook, Gizo GH, then Instagram, Gizo Showbiz, Twitter, Gizo Showbiz.
Alright, Xiaomi, how do people reach out?
On Instagram, on Twitter, and then on Facebook, it's Xiaomi Rights.
Xiaomi Rights.
Better say you can call me on 0244 994944.
As you heard him, he has given out his contacts. No, I'm not going to edit it. So anyway, that was Koforidua Today, our edition on blogging. I think we'll have time for a full blogging discussion on Koforidua Today because I've enjoyed what I've had today, and I think we need more insight for people out there. Those coming into blogging, thinking they're blogging, and they need to understand a whole lot of things. So thank you very much for sticking with us till the end of Koforidua Today. We've brought you the 5th edition, and we are grateful that you stayed and watched. The event was brought to you by Profa Futon Brown, Split Sobolo, and supported by RNA Photos and Studios, who are our able tech guys behind the production. And thanks to Safegood for giving us the venue and supporting us in any ways that they can. So once again, thank you for watching Koforidua Today. We hope to catch you on our next episode coming soon.